Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Get it!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Fields under pressure. They got him again. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also with offense.
And it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll set up to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 9 now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. It's complete. This is starts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make.
And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Shamrocks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Cowboys make over 13 again at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Fields. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go.
Second down, here's Davis-Price. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Davis-Price will try to pick it up. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on them.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Completes this one to Starks.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKinney.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
From the gun, here's Fields.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Fields now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. On now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Right back to Njoku. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again is Fields. And the catch made by Walters. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Davis Price.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Fields.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Fields on 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 14 yards that time for number 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to throw again. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys 2-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And one last throw here for Fields. He finds his man complete. It's McKinney. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And as this defense walks over